This is a red alert. This is a red alert. This is a red alert. Hello from Shadowband Lands. I am your planetary defense commander, Star-Lord New Thor 7 the T. And for months upon months, I have been warning about March 2025 possibly being one of the wildest months of the year. And Venus is now retrograde. We're about to have a Bloodmoon Eclipse on the 13th and 14th, and then Mercury goes retrograde on the 15th. And then you got another solar eclipse on the 29th, and then on the 30th, Neptune does something it hasn't done in 155 years, and that goes into Aries. When that happened 155 years ago, the day after Neptune entered Aries, Civil War broke out in the United States of America. All right, but let us stay focused on that, the unknown knowns, because you got unknown knowns, you got known knowns, and then you got another known unknown known knowns. What? I'm not making any sense. Anywho, the energy's muddled. Heavy snow, high winds across all this shit. Super critical wildfire risks. Major storms pumping through. Heavy precipitation. Heavy snow, high winds. Shit's about to get crazy, y'all. And I try not to get political on my channel, but they cut like 1,000 more jobs out of the National Weather Service today. And apparently they were cutting the Department of Education in half. A lot of people may be like, oh, that is awesome. They're cutting the Department of Education. The Department of Education sucks. But hey, who's going to help take care of the special needs kids, bitch? Anyway. All right, so this is tomorrow, and then I think this is Friday, Saturday, and this is Sunday. For whatever reason, when I look at this setup reminds me of back in 2019, that storm that devastated Nebraska and surrounding areas with major floods. And so nobody knows what's going to happen. I'm hoping this thing busts. Right? And there's no big deal. And then 5 days later, people come back like, you were fear-mongering. I don't think that's what's going to happen. Should I just jump back and forth between the two photos that kind of sum up what and this is just the next, through the weekend, man. And then we got, this is going to be like a 25-day period that I think shit's going to be crazy. Anyhow. But yeah, so buckle up, be prepared, stay cool, stay alive, try to stay out of danger. Shit's about to get weird or weirder, chaotic or chaotic-er. And if I were president or co-president or whatever these two guys are, I would be putting out disaster comms about this storm situation, a couple days ago, especially now or tomorrow. But just saying, man. But technically their message today was buy a Tesla. And like if I had a choice to buy a car tomorrow, I would either get a Ford or BMW. Or actually I meant Mercedes-Benz. Or if I wanted to make my mom and people around me happy, a Toyota. Anyway, I don't have that choice. All right, what was I talking about? Super duper happy 3/11 day to all who celebrate. I still don't understand why all y'all are mad at Canada. But a lot of y'all are also mad at fat people. And I think a lot of y'all just like to get mad. And of course, I'm not talking to you. That's like an unceremonious y'all, I guess, is what I'm saying. Am I making any sense? All right, try to put a smile on your face and other people's faces if you can. New Daredevil is on tonight. You watch that show? I do. I've been a fan of Daredevil since I was a little kid. Well, like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. He's actually my favorite superhero. I should have put a warning on that because I guess this is rated R. Man, the scene was so good. The lead up to it. I'm upset about the foggy thing, though. All right. Stay cool. Yeah. All right, so they had Ukraine treaty talks in Saudi Arabia. And they apparently agreed to a possible ceasefire for 30 days with Russia. And the problem is, everybody, like the United States and everybody, has been negotiating with Ukraine. And technically, from my opinion, Ukraine didn't invade first. So it's like, it seems like the person everybody really need to be negotiating with is Russia. Anywho, we will find out in the next few days if Russia will accept the ceasefire. And if they do, man, I'm going to throw a party. If the Ukraine-Russia war ends, I'm going to throw a party so big that day. I've been wanting that thing to end since the day it started. All right. And you know how, like, for years and years and years, I put out the theory that either 5 days before, 5 days after, or even on the day of an actual eclipse, we are going to watch out for a major storm or hurricane. That is like a major scientific achievement by me, Thor News, in my opinion. And this just kind of verifies it again. And I pat myself on the back. Meow. Because I'm a cowboy, baby. I think I've already given all the solid information I'm going to give during this video. But this video may just continue. You know what I'm saying? And at some point, I may be like, I'm having a fundraiser because I broke my laptop. But that message doesn't seem very effective right now. Yeah, 13, 14, 15, 16. Talking intense cyclone. Boom. Through the whole Nebraska area. We're talking possible record pressure low, like hurricane low, which causes big wind fields across tons of shit. And possible blizzardy conditions up here. Wildfires breaking out down here. Enhanced severe weather across the board, possibly. Major heavy flooding through this area. And remember, like parts of these areas have been getting hit hard. And so, like, there's the whole thing, because I don't like to get political, but sometimes I do. Like, there's this weird part of, the people on the right, and I guess even people in the middle and people on the left, where like it doesn't matter who it is really, when they get fired or laid off, they're like, yeah, fuck you people. Ha, you got laid off. And it's been going on for a while. And I'm like, what? Dude, that is not cool. Anywho, there's like a big, huge person who's blown up in the last 6 months, a year on the right side, who now anytime a bunch of people get laid off because of Dodge, he's like, a certain group that got laid off, like, hey, the Department of Education, you guys got laid off and it didn't affect me one bit. And this person lives in Ashenville, North Carolina. I don't know if you know this, but for like 16 days before the hurricane, I covered it. And I like specifically said 5 days out, like, you guys are going to get hit with like 40 inches of fucking rain up in that area. And I covered it all the way through. But like, how would it, like, if my attitude was like, hey man, sure, hundreds of people died, but it didn't fucking affect me one bit. That would be a super shitty attitude. And so it's just, I don't know, it's try not to have a shitty attitude. Although, like I said, financially I'm struggling right now. So for whatever reason, people with really shitty attitudes seem to be doing financially well these days. And I'm not equating one-to-one. I'm just saying in the whole influencer sphere, shit's just weird. And and technically, now some people are saying, hey, it's allowed to criticize Trump at times. But you're still not allowed to criticize Elon. And technically, I'm not technically criticizing anyone when I say, I don't know, man, like if you understand economics, and I could be wrong, but if you cut 15% out of GDP out of the one superpower on the planet, that is going to have like reverse leveraged effects over the total economy and jobs and loans and payments. And so just taking a big axe to all these programs at once could have some major tailwind risks. And at the same time, when you're cutting out like Social Security or safety nets, shall we say, I don't know, man. I mean, sure, most of the riches won't be affected, but anyone who doesn't have, 100 million or less, but, the artificial intelligence could show up in the sky at any time. Oh my gosh, here I am talking to y'all when Daredevil came out like 20 minutes ago. And lately, my haters or hackers break into my machine, and then when I try to make a video, they prevent it. And so I've been bad on that for a couple of years now. But lately, it's been bad. I'm going to do what I can. Be talking to y'all on the regular over the next 21 days, if possible. Stay cool. God bless everyone. Talk to y'all soon.